His worst season outcome is losing the conference championship game in overtime. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to him in the league. They've won 17 straight one-score games. You don't do something 17 times in a row because it's luck or because it's rigged or because it's fixed. And I don't understand the pushback. And you look at people and they wax poetic about Michael Jordan. Patrick Mahomes is literally a better Michael Jordan right now. Tell me how he's not. Somebody tell me how he's not. He doesn't get beat. Like the Super Bowl. Can you imagine if the Lions went to the Super Bowl and then Penei Sewell was hurt and Taylor Decker was hurt and couldn't play? Because that's what happened to Patrick Mahomes in his Super Bowl he lost.
His life was miserable that game. And it goes back to, Neal, I'm sorry, the NFL is not as complicated as people make it out to be today.
No, it is not.
The NFL is, what can your quarterback do to you, and what can you do to disrupt the opposition's quarterback? And that's exactly what Tampa did. With those two huge pieces out, the guy was running for his life. There's no rhythm. There's no timing. It was absolutely absurd. But to me, in a nutshell, again, Neal, that's the National Football League today, whether we like it or not. I mean, now there are varying shades in there. You can't take away a Saquon Barkley. You can't take away a Jahmyr Gibbs. They're a part of that. But ultimately, what can you do to disrupt the opposition's quarterback, and what can your quarterback do to disrupt you? That's the National Football League today, man. And Patrick Mahomes is the poster child. The guy's been unbelievable. Like him or not, I don't care. My buddies, we were in a text group yesterday and, kind of having the same conversations that we're having. And these guys are just going off on how much they hate Patrick Mahomes. I was like,
I don't get it.
Well, that's cool. You can hate him if you want, but at the same time, you better give the tip of the cap. Because we are watching, Neal, something Jordan-esque. We're watching something Jordan-esque.
Better than Jordan. Better than Jordan,
It's
Sean.
insane. And here's the thing. He's got so much time left.
Yeah.
He really does.
He's 7 years in.
Gosh, it's insane.
Spenny, why? For real, why?
Why what?
That.
What? That I side?
Yeah.
Because he's got 7 years left. Fucking fuck him. I'm sick. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Patrick Mahomes.
You're tired
so
of how
good.
great he is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, then we're
he's
cool.
so good. It's stupid. And his stupid wife.
I have no problem
and
with
his
that.
stupid brother. And I was getting physically ill last night. Like, I gotta watch this.
I have no problem with what you just said. It's the dicks that don't want to give him his flowers. That's when I have to go like this and go, okay, we have to head in a different direction.
So like Ja'Cory Cook in the chat who says it's rigged. Kansas City, quote, didn't blow up until Taylor Swift showed up.
Didn't they have 2 Super Bowls before that?
Yeah.
It's part of the script. It is. It's part of it.
So the script was for him to get 2 Super Bowls, then drop Taylor Swift in.
You add all of it together. And this is a great story for the league. It is. Now, listen. All jokes aside, do I believe that there are forces that are leaning it toward? No, I don't. I don't believe that. But this is what happens with good teams. This is what happens with good stories, and they've been the benefactor of calls. And oh, by the way, they have one of one. And I think that's a great line from Sam at a time when people didn't want to hear it. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that he is special. Now, if you take Spenny's approach, that's cool. I got no issue with you. Yes, he's great. I'm sick of it. I hope he goes away forever. How could I?
Can we put him in baseball? Can we send him to baseball?
He was drafted by the Tigers.
He was.
Maybe, just maybe, we can do some gambling thing.
We got to find something.
Yeah, we can.
Do we still have his rights?
I think so.
Can he play third?
That'd be nice.
We can't afford him.
No.
Yeah, that is. We don't want to block anyone.
We can't afford him.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Or don't do it. We're talking football right now. DJ, dude just makes plays when he matters. He's a baller. Stop the hate. That's stupid. That's where I am with it.
He's a dog.
He is Michael Jordan, except better, Spenny. You comfortable with that?
No.
Why?
Because
it's true?
yeah.
Okay. That's it. Fair. Spenny, Spenny, that's why I vibe
You
with
should
you.
have seen Spenny's dumb face, dude. He looked miserable.
I am miserable.
No.
I got a fucking one of these two pieces of shit teams has to win the Super Bowl. I hate both of them. I used to be fine with Mahomes. I used to be fine. Now I hate him. I just hate. He cries. He's so good. He gets all the calls too. Oh God, it's pure hate. Pure hate. Hate. Like I hope this game end in a tie.
No.
All right.
Big Con 51. Mahomes is good, but he needs to win one without Andy, in my opinion, to pass Brady. Stop. Big Con, you're a valuable member of the community here. You are. And I vibe with you. You're being extra right now. That's irrational. He is better at his sport than Michael Jordan was at his. Guys, sorry. I'm sorry. I know, and you. I can see everyone in the room right now, you're fighting the emotion because the pre-trained emotion is to be like, Neal, that's absurd. That's ridiculous. The man's worst season is losing in overtime in the conference
Do
championship.
you hear me arguing with you? I'm sorry.
You want to, though. I know you want to.
No, I don't.
Your emotion makes you want to.
No, I don't because, hey, Neal, honestly, I'm going to say it again. Maybe I have some PTSD. I was saying a lot of these things last summer, and I said it a couple months ago. We had a viral clip in here where KG called me out because I said, guys, Kansas City's going to win the Super Bowl. Sorry, do you think do you remember the question? I forget what the viral snippet was. Do you think the Lions can win the Super Bowl? And I said, no, because Kansas City is. I think if you begin that way, now what's going to be interesting is when you go and do something that nobody else has done. Win 3 Super Bowls in a row. You know as well as I do, you're going to see all the commercials. Bart Starr couldn't do it. Terry Bradshaw couldn't do it twice. Joe Montana couldn't do it. Troy Aikman couldn't do it. Tom Brady couldn't do it. The question is, will the hangover come next year? And that's where my hope therein lies with the Lions. When you did something that nobody else has done before, that's when you wonder, okay, is this when the hangover hits? Because the hangover hasn't hit at this point in time, man. As you said, if we're sitting here talking about their worst moment is losing in overtime in the AFC Championship, we're all screwed. We're all screwed, okay? So maybe, Neal, with that being said, maybe we run into that scenario that cost them in the Super Bowl against Tampa. Maybe the injury bug hits them. Maybe the Lions stay healthy. Maybe we have the defensive line that can go make Patrick Mahomes' life miserable. Maybe the hunger isn't there as much when they went and did something that nobody else has done. But whether we like it or not, Kansas City dictates the terms on the entire league. That's the way it is. This is Kansas City's league right now, guys. Whether you like it or not, I don't give a crap. This is their league, Neal.
Big Con 51. 7 rings doesn't mean ish anymore. Let's check back in Mahomes when he's 20 plus years into the game. Let's check back in. Come on, guys. What are we talking about here? Skydog722. Neal, you're reminding me of the hockey player on Leverage when he wanted somebody to fight him. No, I'm trying to make the point to where I don't want anybody to fight because you can't fight. Because if you look at it rationally, you know you can't fight that. You want to, your emotions make you want to, but in the end, you know you can't. Spencer Raxter's a poster. He's got the 1,000-yard stare on his face right now, as a matter of fact. He hates it.
I do hate it.
He hates it. All right.
I do hate it.
Yes. So, all right. Now, the next uncomfortable discussion we have to have. When we come back, I'm going to ask you to start treating somebody the way you treat somebody else of a very, very similar build. We're going to have that uncomfortable discussion. And everybody in here right now, and a lot of you, I see you. You're not going to like this, but I don't care because we're talking it through. Planet Fitness, Sam Flannel, Neal and I agree on almost nothing. However, I appreciate his Patrick Mahomes take. He's a better Michael Jordan. He's a better Michael Jordan. And that melts people's minds to think about it. But it is the case. All right, moving on. Lems 31M. Can we treat Kucherov the way we treat the Vikings?
Fuck Kucherov.
Unless he comes here.
I'll double and triple that. No, 100%.
Dirtball.
Nope. But this goes back to like what we were talking about last week. I'd take him in a heartbeat. Same Brady Tkachuk.
God, I love the man.
Let me go to war with Brady Tkachuk. Are you kidding me? I want that guy on my side.
Shad 216. Here, the Chiefs aren't even a good team this year. They get bailed out by the refs. 17 straight one-score game victories because they're quote. You remember that time? Something happened 17 times in a row and it was luck every single time. Remember that? I don't. Like, that's ignorant. I'm sorry, man. And Shad, you've been here a long time. That's an ignorant statement. And I can't allow it. I can't allow it.
Neal,
without it being called out.
I'm going to go back to this, and if you think I'm patting myself on the back, sure, I guess I am. It was there. You saw it. Spenny saw it. Chase saw it. Everybody in the chat saw it. It's been there for a while. Now you can't deny it anymore. You can't. Now that they're going back to the Super Bowl again, especially this year, when all year, whenever this conversation was broached, I can't tell you how many people out there said, well, it's fraudulent. Look at that close game they had here. Look at that close game there. And I always came back with, Neal, Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders beat them last year, man. It doesn't matter. This is a team that finds a way in crunch time. It's just what they do. It's your choice whether to accept it or not. I can't help you out anymore. Neal can't help you out anymore. They're on a different level than everybody. They just are.
All right, in the chat, Detroit Sports Tea and the like. Tony D, who cares about football anymore? Our team is out, Neal. What have the Tigers signed Bregman? They haven't. Please rub the bottle of whiskey and make the approval genie appear. Fridays. We do that on Fridays, Tony D. You know that. All right, I do want to, John Hughes, Neal, will even you acknowledge that they get an absurd amount of help for being a, quote, elite team? All right. Chief Supremacy in the chat. Super chat. Super Bowl 60. Mahomes versus Caleb. Can't wait. Lions fans will never experience greatness. Keith Gallardo in the super chat. Why doesn't anyone talk about Andy Reid? This whole team has been at a high level. Keith, criminally underrated. We did that on Friday.
Yep.
The man is criminally underrated. Believe it or not, he is.
Take a look at some of the circumstances in which he made the Super Bowl. You know, and some of the runs he had and some of the people that he had to deal with around him. It's incredible, but how often is this the case? And this is what was silly about the Brady-Belichick argument to me. You know what? They helped each other. Yeah, Brady went and got the other Super Bowl, and you have to give him his flowers for that. They helped each other. It was a perfect fit. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes is a perfect fit. And let's not forget, okay? Because I was doing draft shows back then for like the network and everything. People lost their mind when the Kansas City Chiefs took Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, traded to get him.
Yeah, draft beatniks. We're going, what the hell are the Kansas City Chiefs thinking? Here we are. I mean, it is incredible. This is, you can't compare this to... Now, Neal, you know me. I'm not going to deviate. I can't talk about legacy until a guy is done writing his legacy, okay? But what you can do is look at what he's done so far and compare it to what others have done so far, and there's no comparison.
None.
There really isn't. So far. Now, if he doesn't go and win anything else, well, then, yeah, we have to sit there and talk about those other things. But all we can do is talk about trajectory and that which we've seen. And that which we've seen, there's no comparison.
Well, Tom says, Neal keeps repeating Mahomes is better than Michael Jordan. Like, if he keeps saying it, it will be true, but it's not. You just got done saying it is.
I don't know how you can't. You can't. When you do things that nobody else has done, okay, and they're this close.
Then what does that make you?
One of one. Trademark Flannel Sam. Really, one of one.
If you make the extraordinary look average, what does that make you?
One of one. He is. He's one of one.
Phil, nope. Chiefs are just that good. Xavier D, Andy Reid is elite. No, he is. But yeah. Easy. Andy's never done it without him, and he stays loyal to the soil, unlike Osama Ben Johnson. I love Easy, man. I do. All All right, Jay Sanders. Caleb Williams had 6 interceptions. Goff had that in one game. All right, Jay Sanders.
No, he didn't.
Well, thank you. I know. But don't let facts get in the way of your reality.
Don't do that.
Don't let facts get in the way of the
Never.
reality you live in.
Never.
Reality. Chuck Brewer, Neal, Mahomes joined a championship-level team. MJ didn't. That's a difference. Both are all-time greats in their... No. He has... A, they traded to get him, right, in the first round. B, he was a rookie quarterback at one point. Remember this, guys? And C, like, you remember how Jordan, like, lost to the Pistons all the time? You remember how Jordan lost to the Pistons more than he beat them? Because that did happen, by the way. Mahomes never had that before. Again, hey, Tom, you said it, I'll say it. The man's worst season is losing in overtime in the AFC Championship game 7 years into his career. And is a favorite to win his 3rd consecutive Super Bowl and his 4th overall.